So, what's going on today? Well, you know what's going on here. Here with me, Tina, the girl in the garden. We're going to make a compound butter with our berries that we powdered. And I'm thinking that that butter can be used on steaks. It can be used on toast. It can be used on like pancakes or French toast. I don't know. We'll see how many combinations we can come up with. But so my butter's been sitting out. So it's nice and soft. And I'm going to use a tablespoon of each berry. Blackberry, raspberry, blueberry. I think I did that backwards. Raspberry, blackberry, raspberry, blueberry. Something like that. That's where I'm going to start to see what it tastes like. All right, give me a minute. What I think I said was a teaspoon, but actually I used a tablespoon of each one. Now let's get it mixed. I'm like, do I need to use a hand mixer? Can I just do it with a spatula or a spoon? We'll see. I'll let you know what I use. All right, I really want this to have a very forward berry flavor. I just mixed it with my spatula. Now I'm going to put it out on, watch, I probably don't have plastic paper. Maybe I have parchment. Anyway, so we could roll it up and stick it in the fridge, let it commingle for a while before we try to do anything with it. And there's our blueberry, raspberry, blackberry compound butter. We'll just call it the triple berry compound butter. So stay tuned. I'm going to let this sit in the fridge probably until tomorrow morning. I'm going to toast me up a bagel. I'm going to pretend like I don't have any jelly on hand, and I'm going to use this butter and see how it tastes. I'll meet you back here then. Good morning. It's time for breakfast with some triple berry compound butter on my bagel, which half of it is pretty toasty. All right, I'm going to need 2 hands to butter it. There's my butter. Let me get to it. All right, I got my berry butter on my bagel. I chose the one that wasn't overly toasty. Now it's time for the taste test. That's actually good. I think I would put a little bit more berry powder in the butter. It's a very light flavor, and I thought it was going to be heavier compared to how much berry powder I put in there. So I think I'll play with that and get it a little bit stronger berry powder. But don't go away. I got another surprise for you. I did. Let's see if I can move all this. Add some berry powder to whipped cream cheese. I'm just going to add it right on top of that butter and see what it tastes like. Okay, I've got it smeared on my bagel right on top of the butter. This is an 8-ounce container that I used of the whipped cream cheese, and I added a half a tablespoon of all 3 powders to that. Let me give this a taste test. That is good. A little bit stronger berry flavor, which I love. I will definitely be doing this to get some more berries and all their great nutrients in my diet. Wait, where are you going? No, come back. We're going to do 2 more recipes. Still, we're going to stick with the sweeter stuff still. And I have 2 more ideas I'm going to try in this video. Then we'll do a new video with different savory ideas that we can use our berry powder for. So hang tight. I'll be back with 2 more recipes. We are back, and I thought I would get a jump start and get the cake baked. It's just a yellow cake mix done by the instructions on the back of the box. I'm going to poke holes in it. I think it's called a poke cake. I am then going to mix up my vanilla pudding. I'm going to add my dehydrated berries to it. And I'm going to put it all over the cake. And then the experiment, well, that right there is an experiment, I guess. Then I'm going to take my cream cheese frosting, split it in half, and put berry powder in half of it. And then so half the cake, The whole cake will have berry pudding, half the cake will have regular cream cheese frosting, and the other half will have berry frosting. All right, I gotta let this cake cool about 10 more minutes. I just learned that I do not have a wooden spoon or a utensil in my kitchen that has a round bottom. So I think I'm just going to use this. I don't know. Let's see how it works. See what it does. Together we will find out. I don't know. And I'm just supposed to poke holes. So I don't know if this will work or not. The hole might be too big. I'm not even showing you what I'm doing. I might have to move to go find something else. The cake comes out. All right, let me see if I can find something else. I'm using a chopstick. And I guess I'm just supposed to do this all along the cake. All right, let me get this done. It's kind of hard to show you and do it at the same time. All right, well, that's what it looks like with all the holes poked. Now let's make our vanilla pudding and put some dehydrated berries in it. All right, our pudding is made according to the package direction, and I used a 5.1 ounce box of vanilla pudding, and I put in a 1/4 cup of my dehydrated berries. It says that this is going to start setting up in 5 minutes. So I'm going to start to get it poured over my cake. And I need 2 hands to do that. So sorry, folks, you're not going to be able to see the actual pouring, but I'll show when I start moving it around to get it in the holes. I'll be back, okay? All right, hold on. All right, so now, I thought lighting's not very good, huh? I'm just going to move it back and forth so it can work its way down into the holes I pushed into this cake. And as soon as I get that done, we're going to stick it in the fridge and let it set up really good before we go to frost it. All right, I'll be back. All right, time for the fridge for about an hour. Man, that seemed like a long hour. All right, while that was in the fridge cooling, I took half of my frosting and put it in this little plastic bowl. And I did 4 tablespoons of the berry mix. And I forgot to tell you guys, I just mixed all 3 berries in here. I was putting them in everything anyway, so I just mixed it into 1 jar. I just taste tested that. That tastes like when you get like a berry Pop-Tart. That's what it reminds me of. Anyway, I need 2 hands. It's pourable because I don't think I'm going to be able to spread it. I'm going to warm up the rest for the same reason, so I can just pour it on. Let me get to it. I'll be back. All right, our berry frosting is done. I was right. I kind of just poured it on there and then took a fork. That's the other frosting in the microwave. And kind of touched the top lightly to smooth it out to the edges of the cake. Let's get our regular cream cheese frosting out. All right, our other half is done. Okay, so I think I told you I combined all the berries. The other thing is, I know as a kid, my mom used to find a lot of recipes on the sides of the boxes, and I just noticed this today, and I'm like, oh, I should try that. We usually do not have pudding in the house, but they had a great sell on them, so I bought several boxes. You know, milk goes in, it's kind of healthy. You know, this cake now has berries in it. I'm probably going to be eating a serving of berries. It might be sweet and fattening and all those other things, but I think I've made it a little bit healthier. Sorry, I had to lick the fork from the berries because that was really good. So let's let this set up and then we're going to taste test it. It is taste test time. These little pieces do not look all that great, but you can see where the pudding did get down in it. I happen to get this one right where the pudding was. Looks like that's where the pudding is. So let's, oops, my fork fell off. That's where I took the slices from. And we can see some pudding got down in there. I don't know how well you can see it. All right, let's take a taste test. I'm going to do this one first with no berry. Tastes like a regular cake. All right, you do taste a little bit of berry with the cream cheese frosting. That is just good. All right, now for this one. You get some of the frosting and some of the pudding. That is good too. It literally does remind me the flavor of the inside of a Pop-Tart when you get like the berry flavored ones. Oh my goodness. All right, well, like I keep telling you, me and my son do not eat a lot of sweets. We are food people. Probably way overeat on food. But I was going to show you one more sweet recipe, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm really excited. I liked these so much that I'm now excited to move on and get some savory stuff, since that tends to be what we eat most often. We hardly ever eat sweets. But you know what? So far, I have not been disappointed. And when I find berries on sale, or my blueberry or boysenberry bush starts, either one starts producing, that's what I'm going to do with my berries. I'm going to dehydrate them and throw them in food. Okay, well, that's the end, folks. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. Oh, I had to take a big old breath there. All right. It is time for me to go. Again, thanks for sticking around throughout the video. I hope you try some of these. Let me know in the comments if you do and what you do to change it to make it yours. If you like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that so it can help my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see the savory recipes we try. Again, comment below. I'd love to know that you're here. Share with your friends and family that you think would get a kick out of this. And I'll see you next time here at The Girl in the Garden. Bye for now.